Patrick Klepek, are you ready to ascend?
I am ready.
French Kratos is here. Fantastic. My wife, the gods, I hate them.
Yeah, the single worst thing that could have happened to this quick look is that we discovered there are speech options just before.
Yeah, can you imagine French Kratos?
I wish there was a sound test, like, you know what I mean?
Just so I could hear it, because I'm not sure that I want to jump in. Also, Kratos kind of doesn't talk a lot in this game.
No. It's time to speech is like 45 minutes.
I feel like at least that, and then there's real long stretches, and he's not as pissed as the Kratos that I feel we all know and
he's confused
and love. Yeah, he's much more bewildered. This is a prequel to, I guess, to the original God of War, which makes this the third prequel to the original God of War.
Yeah, we are, as not God of War fiction experts, having not played either of the PSP games, though hearing they were both well done.
I played a little bit of both of them, and they're well done, absolutely. And the way God of War handles the camera stuff, like, made it a pretty good fit on the PSP.
Sure. Yeah, Ready at Dawn, right?
Ready at Dawn did those, and those were all right. But
well regarded.
This is Sony Santa Monica. This is the studio that brought you God of War 3. But I don't feel like we are at the same level that we were with God of War 3 as far as the the enthusiasm for the brutality, the creativity of the set pieces. A lot of this feels like just a little going through the motions, So let's do a chapter select here. I think, well, where do we want to go? What's your thoughts here?
Well, I mean, by far, like, some of the biggest spectacle is kind of the opening stage, similar to.
Although I guess is it
other
here,
God of War games,
or is it here?
Oh, when it's probably.
It's past the sewers. It's like,
probably chapter 4.
Yeah. I also don't want to get too deep into here. This should have, but I also want to show off some of the mechanical stuff that's different with this God of War as far
we
as
can
the
jump
combat
into.
goes.
I mean, the nice part is there's not a whole lot of.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's not a lot of story in this one.
No, they've definitely wrung dry pretty thoroughly the real obvious Greek mythological touchstones that people might recognize. So, I guess fiction-wise, what's going on here is that we have been introduced to the Furies, which are these 3 female entities that are neither human nor god. They're basically like cops, like Mount Olympus cops.
Yeah.
Like, if you make a deal with someone, and
I think a blood oath specifically.
Right, and you don't hold up your end of it, then they will come and get you. And of course, Kratos.
So this one,
does not want to honor his.
How do you know how to pronounce this guy's name? Who's this guy that we're climbing?
Hecasnophiles?
Yeah, sure. That is 100% accurate, just like Lara Croft. So he was the first to sort of face the Fury's wrath, and they created this prison
out of him,
which is they show him in the intro. He kind of looks like a more complicated Goro.
Sure, like hecka more arms.
Yeah, here it is.
Hecatoncheires.
That sounds right.
The Fury Megara, seek only punishment of the flesh, but it is the Fury. Oh yeah, I remember her. Yeah. So there's a lot of the Furies playing tricks on Kratos, messing with his mind, showing him stuff that's not really there.
Like this. Oh Jesus, really? Is this the scene we're gonna open on? Oh, Ryan.
Really this game is rated M for mature because nothing says maturity like titties.
I can't believe we did this by accident.
Oh my God, I really feel, man. So not my intent here. But I like this. Feels like this is a sterling example of what's up with this game, where it's like, hey, remember from God of War where there's the naked ladies and Kratos is a stud?
Yep.
It's like we've got that, but just way more naked ladies.
Yeah.
They just crank it up. And it's like, oh God, it's. And also, this comes out of fucking nowhere.
Well, to be fair, as we'll see as the scene plays out,
yeah, it does actually. Yeah, to be fair, it also like turns into a decent little twist on what your expectation is, I guess.
Because for better or worse, I think for worse, having a scene like this has become sort of like a bullet point in the God of War series. Each of the games has got to have one. So this is one of the Furies.
He is mine.
There are 3 of them.
Yeah. This is another one.
Assume they are sisters.
Yeah.
As much as sisters are. So in this, I will give them, if they feel like having that as a trope of the series, that their play on it is, haha, it's not really here. So I guess that's a joke. So at this point, you have access to just probably one of the elementals, right? The fire one, which is the combat modifier in this game. Rather than having multiple weapons that you were upgrading, you have elemental, fire, ice.
Yeah, let's go ahead and show this off real quick. Yeah,
electricity and soul.
Right now we don't have any.
Oh, okay.
But
we'll jump to a later chapter.
Right now it's I've just got the regular old Blades of Chaos. Kratos' go-to gear here.
But there's the rage meter in the corner, and as you upgrade each of the elementals, you'll have the ability to...
And of course you got your little kills here, and you get more orbs when you do kills like that.
You click in the stick, and then that'll be like in the fire one, if you manage to hit a guy after you've clicked in the stick when the rage meter's built up, it'll plant like a firebomb on them. And then there are different variations on that for each of the elements. And then each of them has a more substantial magic attack that you can do with R2. And I think the third influence is like some of your special, like more elaborate moves will be enhanced by the elementals. Like I think the soul one, like a big arm comes out of the ground.
Yeah, I really like the soul one because it gives you good kind of crowd management. Yeah, because when you hit that hard strike, it makes this big crazy arm. Oh, that's just so gross. I will give it that it's still super gross.
Yeah, this is gross.
And I feel like that is kind of a go-to with God of War.
Yeah,
is
sure.
Make this stuff really vivid and graphic and gross.
Well, it's so over the top. This
Yeah.
actually gives me a Gears of War vibe in terms of the
design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like specifically like
All the mandibles
legs,
and big weird
Oh,
mouth.
this is cool. This is fucked
Yeah.
up. This is
Yeah.
what I come to God of War for.
This is kind of one of the better set pieces.
He has a weak point, Ryan.
I wonder what it is.
And that must be tough, like you think on the design side, like the game has to open big. That is just how these games work. You don't start with a quiet moment. And having to constantly reinvent that and try and one-up yourself, or at least not one-up it, but certainly be refreshing, seems difficult.
Gotta hit this thing here.
I really like that subtle pause in the combat that comes when like you kind of jump in the air and you kind of get like a breather to pull off your next move. I think I've always really liked that in the series.
Yeah, the fundamental here is still pretty good. Oh.
Now, the core combat is still good. I think the elemental stuff doesn't change it up as much as I would like, but if you liked God of War combat, like they haven't fucked up that combat loop. Like it is still gratifying. It still feels good.
But it's also, like, it's, I don't know, kind of mashy. It's like once you, I didn't do that well enough and he ate me.
You were focusing on the enemies instead of
Yeah, well, they're stunning me, and I can't hit the things when they're stunning me and grouping up on me like that. So I'm gonna try this again, and if I can't get through this time, then we'll just move on.
That sounds like a great approach.
I'm not gonna toil over this. You get to get the sense of spectacle and scale that this game is operating on, which to me is a really important part of God of War.
But like the other games, it's not always on overdrive like this. You spend plenty of time in smaller, more confined moments with plenty of block puzzles, which is Which is a trope of the series that I would really like to see go away. I'm really tired of kicking around blocks and putting them on other blocks.
I don't even know where I am.
There you are.
Run away.
Oh. The other big thing you can kind of do in this game is, because you don't have the multiple weapons, you can knock the weapons out of the enemies, so those swords that they're holding.
I don't know where I am.
Here, you're over on the right. In a situation where Ryan was not thoroughly concerned with having to take out these mandibles, he could knock out those swords and take those. All right, you did it.
Oh, almost.
That's gross. That's a big tongue. Nobody likes a big tongue.
Yeah, for the secondary weapons that you're pulling off of enemies. Save for like the spears, which are good for your ranged things that you just don't have any other kind of comparable abilities for. Like that's a good thing, but I find like a lot of the time I'm really not relying on those secondary weapons too often.
No, I found like one of the ones that's pretty useful is the arrows or the spear.
Yeah.
Because the secondary weapons have two functions. They have sort of a basic attack that happens with circle, and then
all right, quick time.
Special attack that happens if you hold L1 and circle. Like the spears will shoot out individually with circle, but then if you do L1 plus circle, it's modified into like raining down from the heavens. But then you no longer have access to it. This part's pretty cool.
I'm stabbing this guy's hand and making it kill him in the face.
You should really you should try and get control of that hand.
I'm with you though on the block puzzle, pushing, pulling stuff, and switching levers and.
They're not,
throwing bodies around to trigger stuff. There's a. We'll jump ahead to like maybe around chapter 12 or so, a little before that. There's an ability that you get that you can use at specific, like scripted points to change the environment around you.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a new puzzle thing here, but I don't know.
Not really exploited enough to be not all that interesting.
Yeah, just not clever enough, honestly.
And it's sort of weird that we're getting two of these. I have not played Gears of War Judgment. Don't want to pass judgment on it before playing it, but these are both games that are sort of that story wrapped up, and yet. Here's another one.
Right.
And they're both prequels.
Yeah.
Would not be surprised if Gears of War suffers from...
All right, this is where the time jump happens.
Yeah.
Kratos struggled to remember the weeks prior to his imprisonment. To the time when he set out to break his bond with Ares.
3 weeks earlier.
Previously on God of War.
Oh, I fucked up.
Shouldn't have had that last shot.
Oh, it's not real.
Your mind is troubled. Your skills are still without equal.
He's always walking around with those blades, huh?
This is the first time in the game that Kratos talks.
This is not the matter to discuss.
Here at the end of chapter 4.
That's a long time.
A little bit, but like not long enough to be awesome.
Sure, yeah.
Like if they had really gone away without him saying anything, and then finally had him bust out like a single line, like that would have been incredible. But
I can help you.
Yeah, it's not like
it seems underwritten. It seems
Yeah.
it seems like the lack of good mythology for them to mine here really kind of comes through in the way they treat the story stuff here.
Mind, Kratos.
Because yeah, it's always just very loose. Well, here's enough reason to go to the next area.
Like I don't even really know what I'm fighting most of the time.
No.
Like what sorts of creatures.
Or why they're attacking you. What reason do they have to come after you? I don't know. Is Ares sending them? Are the Furies sending them?
And the time jumps kind of, I feel, don't really help the clarity either.
No.
But maybe that's on me. Maybe it's my fault for not caring enough to keep up with that. But
And to be fair, neither of us have
Freedom.
quite finished the game. I think I want to say I'm 2/3 through. I think you're about the same
yeah,
same spot.
Freedom from the Furies who relentlessly hunt you in the name of Ares, and ultimately, freedom from your bond to the god of war himself.
That skin, man.
Breaking
You should
oath
get that
with a
looked at.
god.
remember those little amber things are the things that they trap
One to worry.
the prisoner, that the Furies trap the prisoners in.
Right. Which is part of the title screen.
Yeah. Like, look at this. Kratos is not yelling at everyone.
No.
You waver from sound mind to illusion in the beat of a heart. Is that any life for a great warrior?
I'm confused.
Cannot know I speak with you. I will draw them away. The truth waits for you in Delphi, Kratos. Seek the Oracle.
Okay.
And then yeah, this goes into what we were talking about before. A little. No, that's not that thing. A little traversal, a little puzzle solving.
Yeah, it hits all the beats.
So here's one of these secondary weapons
Yeah.
you're talking about. I can pick up this fat club here. So I press circle. I can even charge up with this one, and
Oh, you can't. I didn't know you could charge.
I don't know if you can do it with every weapon, but you
Sure.
can definitely do it with this one.
I bet you can bust open that door.
Always get the crates, Kratos.
There's a pretty nifty bit that when you get the item that allows you to alter geometry, past and present.
Yeah.
Have you ever come across the broken one of these, and then you use that item to bring it into the past so you can access the material?
So this same upgrade path for the Gorgon's eyes and the oh God, what's the other thing? We'll see it here in a second.
It's Phoenix Feather?
Yeah, Phoenix Feathers for your basic kind of character upgrade stuff.
Yeah, there's no,
But yeah,
there's no skill tree or anything
You'll
like that.
occasionally run into. Well, I mean, your upgrade path is deciding where you are putting your red orbs into the different blade.
But you kind of
affinities.
get enough to do you're not making hard choices really about like.
Well, I think it depends a little bit on how you're playing and what things you're using, because the different like elemental blades will produce different amounts of different types of orbs.
What do gold ones do? Are golds a little bit of everything?
I don't know. Okay, this is the coolest enemy in the game so far that I've seen.
And has the most brutally fucked up.
Yeah. This will be
Finish.
fun. Hopefully we'll get to see this done well and I won't just screw this up.
The way he kills those dogs is pretty messed up
yeah.
too. You become, let's say, numb to it after the 30th.
Oh. Fuck you, I'm stabbing you!
If that much blood is squirting out when he's squeezing you, that's unfortunate.
For a dog at you again.
This.
Yeah. Damn it, couldn't get that off.
Get out of this corner.
I know.
Hold on, let me just break this dog's mouth. I lost track of which one you had hurt.
This one has got the damage on the back, so.
There you go. Yeah, this is new, too.
Well, they've had stuff like this before where you're attacking something and then at some point you got to do a little dodge.
Oh,
so.
really? Oh, okay. I thought that was...
I think God of War 3 had that. I want to say.
It's been a couple years.
But look at this. Oh, it's brain! It's elephant brain. I really like the way the ears look on those elephants.
Poor elephant.
That's what he gets for being an evil elephant man.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Like, you can see a little bit of, like, the kind of light going through the ears. Like, you see a little bit of blood. Well, here you can see a whole lot of blood.
It's a gorgeous looking evil elephant.
Well, let's check out his brain again. It's the best kill in the game that I've seen.
It is certainly the most grotesque by far.
And I don't know, like that's a big part of I feel like what I come to God of War for.
It has.
So it's like for me it's like if you're gonna stick to the series conventions, like you gotta kind of dazzle me, right? It's like, is that unfair to say?
No, I mean,
to
like,
ask,
it's like the part of God of War is the, you know, Conan the Barbarian, like
to the extreme, just crazy power fantasy nonsense.
It's like a high budget like B movie. Like it's going for the gross out factor. Like the spectacle is part of the fun. It's like a B movie that takes itself really seriously with a huge budget. And there's just not a lot of that stuff in this game. So it's like, in addition to sort of the puzzles being the exact same as they kind of always were, the combat kind of being not a whole lot different, but still sort of, you know, still satisfying in that core gameplay loop sort of way. They just don't do enough with the other stuff to kind of maintain my interest. Like, it's... the game and myself feel like we're just going through the motions, where it's like, I love these games, but...
Yeah, I feel you. Absolutely. It does feel like it's just... It is doing what is expected of a God of War game.
Yeah.
No more, no less.
And Sony Santa Monica is more talented than this.
Yeah.
Than, you know, God of War 3 was a pretty spectacular game in my opinion. I really enjoyed God of War 3, and this does not feel representative of the talent and creativity that studio. I didn't do this one.
How did you get through this?
Oh no, I was thinking of something. I thought this was a hidden area.
So here's the spear we were talking about before, which this one will actually run out. I don't know that the other ones necessarily will.
I think maybe they break eventually. Not sure if that's true. Like, if they still got to stick to Kratos and sort of like, I get it, God of War is a big brand, but goddamn, they need to give him a new bag of tricks, and I think part of that is the world. Like, pull an Evil Dead, just drop Kratos into a portal and send him somewhere else. Like, I don't really care what they do or how they do it, or give me a new Kratos. I don't know. They just they need to free their own constraints on this series.
I'm not gonna try and offer suggestion because I don't know what the answer is.
I just know I want something different
to revitalize God of War, but
like there's still something here because I'm gonna finish this.
Yeah.
But
for those who seek the truth, the heat
just
of
tired.
Ares fire has no burn.
Okay, so now you'll get the first one here.
Right.
This is how you kind of acquire all of them, is in front of these sort of magic doors.
Find these dope cauldrons, and you're like, I'm gonna be mad angry. I hate this fire. I'm gonna stab it. Urgh. I hate fire. Now I am fire. I am what I hate.
And conveniently, there's an enemy right here. So you can't do the magic yet, but you have the rage.
Goat men.
Pull that head off. Well, do you want to maybe jump into something a little bit later and show the other elements off before we check out multiplayer?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let's wrong button.
Also, it happened very briefly right here, but this game has does not have the level of polish I expect from the God of War games. There was briefly a moment where the interface all went low resolution and then went high res, and that happens to me pretty constantly.
Really? So I've seen other people talking about like just graphical glitches,
Missing
and
geometry.
missing geometry. I will say personally, I've experienced none of that.
I have seen it fairly regularly. I did, I put up like a goofy little vine.
Yeah, I saw
where
that.
These platforms that are clearly there, like most of the time, weren't there. And I've had sequences where I'm traversing on sort of like the the little green little bits that you cling to with R1. Large piece of geometry just kind of flicker in and out. And yeah, it's just I expect a certain level of polish from these games, and this one does not appear to have that.
I'm gonna do this.
Sure.
Delphi Catacombs.
We're sure game. Don't you worry.
This'll have us with a few more of the elemental abilities.
Yes, at least have.
And
ice.
I think we should be able to show like the time manipulation stuff in here as well.
No,
It's because it's on your way to the Oracle that stuff starts happening, right?
But it's after that boss fight. It's right after the boss fight. So we would have to go a little bit further.
I don't want to show too much further, though.
Yeah. There's not a lot to that little bit.
Oh yeah, this is the first time that you're in this weird.
You had to break that door while it was It's to the left.
If you search for truth, the souls of
Oh, hey,
Hades
great.
will aid your quest.
Okay, so I think this is the third one you get.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the fourth one. I don't know. I'm not sure if we have electricity yet.
No, electricity comes after souls. I'm pretty sure. But that's okay, because I like souls.
Yeah, this one I think has some of the most useful power move additions.
Yeah, like just being able to do. Get to it here in a second. I like getting in the air.
Yeah.
I like extending a fat combo in the air like that, grappling and launching and all that stuff. Like this is, it hasn't changed too much, but damn if it's not satisfying.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to say maybe like you get the arm like with like L1? Like it's, I can't remember.
No, that's the wave thing. I think I just have to. No, it's not that.
If you hit, go into the inventory.
Yeah, let's see.
I think it. See, it did it again.
Oh no, you do have electricity. I was wrong.
Oh, okay, so you need to unlock it. So it's just spend it on it.
Do I have?
Yeah, you've got
idea.
15.
Yeah. Ooh.
I really like doing that. I really like.
I feel like it was better in past. Like the thing was bigger before, and I like that.
Too.
But I do like the momentum of like.
Am I gonna get it? I know I got it.
I could tell from the numbers,
Yeah, but it's still fun. So yeah, now try the L1 and square.
Yeah, that's the wave thing.
Okay. I don't know how you get the hand.
I forget how to do the hands. I'm totally blanking on this. I use this constantly. What the hell?
So like a big hand comes up and kind of smashes down on the floor and dizzies like nearby enemies. So it's
there it is.
There it is.
I thought it was the hold strong attack. But it's just the tap and then just the tap and
tap,
have all of your combos interrupted. God damn it!
Tap.
Fuck you! Yeah, that thing right there.
So the square triangle.
Yeah, square triangle. Just the most basic of attack combos.
Try one of the. You've got some magic. Try one of the magic on one of the other. should have it at least on fire and ice.
Oh,
So you switch them with the D-pad.
not letting me switch.
Oh, is it forcing you to use
Yeah.
it in this chamber? I guess that makes sense. Yeah, the different elements give you, increases your chances of producing certain types of orbs when you do sort of like the stylish kills when they're dizzied. So if you're low on health or magic, you can switch to other ones, and like when stuff like that happens, you'll get a couple green orbs.
And yeah, just this basic combat stuff still works really well. Like
It's still really fun.
The targeting it works nicely. I feel like I'm hitting the enemies that I want to be hitting. There's a little bit of issue of attack priority, at least for me.
You don't block enough.
I don't like blocking.
Yeah, that would help with that
Which
stuff.
you can block and parry, and if you're smart and you use those correctly, then yeah, it makes all the difference, I guess.
Here's a weird thing that this game does. I don't think the other ones did nearly as much. But do you constantly feel like when you solve sort of a puzzle and it does kind of like the camera fly through, it's super fucking obvious like about pointing out what you need to do?
I feel like this game is both at times super obvious about what you need to do, and other times like it does not explain it all. Like in the quick time events where you're having to kind of rapidly do things one right after the other, the information being given is not consistent. All right, that guy's exposed.
I have always liked the God of War's approach to communicating the quick time event presses by having, you know, if it's triangle, it's going to be at the top. If it's circle, it's going to be on the right. If it's X, it's going to be on the bottom. Like, I think that's...
See, what I don't like about that is that then makes me focus on the edges of the screen and not on the awesome, sweet thing that is being shown in the middle.
That is a fair criticism.
That is something that bothered me about God of War 3, and at least they stylized the way the button prompts look in this game.
Right.
Like in God of War 3, it was just like, here's, you know, X button prompts, triangle button prompts.
You know, that is something I liked about, you know, something like Heavy Rain, you know, where the quick time is contextualized to the action that's occurring, so you can hit the button press and then also enjoy the spectacle that's sort of unfolding in front of you. Whoa. Here,
Oh, he's on fire. He's heating up.
Boom shakalaka.
Can I use a little ice magic?
Yeah, see if you can pull off the actual R2. Do I have that unlocked?
There you go.
Never mind.
Whoop! Oh, no.
Oh.
Timing was bad.
He took it back.
It's okay.
Ah. The ice is really pretty. I like using that one. And also the magic is pretty effective because the magic attack for ice like creates like this whirlwind blizzard, and it will freeze a bunch of enemies into place if they are exposed to it long enough. So like in crowd situations that proves super useful, especially if you constantly find yourself getting interrupted mid-attack, which definitely happens.
But if you like pushing around boxes and then jumping on them,
There's a lot of that in this game.
and then climbing ladder. Ah, god damn it!
This is no fault.
All right.
So, multiplayer.
Yeah, let's show some multiplayer.
Let's show the thing that, you know,
New.
is new. Absolutely.
And it's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I have not touched it, but you've played a little bit.
We're actually we're playing on Patrick's save here, so we're actually going to come into this absolutely fresh. So this is really crazy because they couch the multiplayer in this weird, like they couch it in a scene that happens in the single player story, and the moment that happens in the single player story is baffling then, or it's just sort of like, I don't really know why they're putting so much focus on this one moment.
Will they show it again? I'm not sure if they'll, because we booted into before, they might not show the cutscene again.
Well, we didn't choose anything, so.
Let's see. Loading.
I hope so. I hope it does.
You can do it.
Come on, God of War Ascension.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
And of course, you will need your online pass
Yep.
for this.
Okay,
stuff.
they're gonna show it again.
Yeah. So it's just kind of in the middle of the game. This scene happens, and you see this. And you're like, "Who's this dude?" And then Kratos jumps in. And this guy's like, "I'm stoked." And he's like, "Oh shit."
Oh, I didn't realize my prison was this giant man.
I am now in trouble.
It
I guess
just
the
so
the
happened
gods listen, and
someone was near the phone line. It was like, oh!
they teleport him out of this dire situation, and they say, "Why don't you come up here to the Rotunda of Olympus?"
It's definitely a slightly odd scene where they put this emphasis on a character.
And then he disappears, and you're like,
Wait a minute.
and it just moves on.
Like when you pointed out that it ties in the multiplayer, I was like, oh, okay, now that makes sense. But it's not like there's a notation like, and check that guy out in the multiplayer.
Like if you just went into the multiplayer, that scene would make no sense, and then also in the context of the single
Yeah.
player, it's kind of this weird,
I didn't think about
superfluous
the idea
thing.
of someone just jumping into the multiplayer. Like, what the fuck?
Like, what is even going on? So, you got 4 different gods here that you can choose to align yourself with, and that will kind of determine the sorts of abilities that you'll have and what your upgrade paths will look like. And you can also see here, it'll even just tell you straight up. This is I actually kind of like this. Like the gods are pitching you on, like trying to recruit you, like you're at a job fair. Of like, come work for Ares. You'll get dominant physical powers, damage over time, and disable enemy defenses, and enhance melee combat.
I don't know, Ares. I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to get a counter offer from Hades.
I'll get back to you. Let's see.
Offer your soul to only me, and the minions of the underworld.
Yeah, someone needs to get on making pitch videos for these guys. Like that would have been.
So Hades offers stealth,
Okay.
which is not my steez. As much as I like the rest of the soul magic stuff. And then, of course, Zeus is going to be all electricity.
They just added him to PlayStation Battle All-Stars. Weirdly. Along with Isaac.
Yeah.
Dead Space.
Join me.
Yeah, Collector's Edition of God of War Ascension comes with codes for that stuff. For both Zeus and Isaac.
It must be part of like the same.
Which is weird.
You probably can't buy them separately.
And then Poseidon for your water or
damage,
ice
increase
magic.
mobility, increase opponents,
So
increase defense.
it all kind of
increase-
lines up with the 4 elemental
Sure.
things that you have in the single player, and just kind of focuses on and then expands upon one of those.
That one seems pretty useful.
You want to do Poseidon?
Yeah,
What's your
sure.
thoughts? All right.
Let's do
Join
Aquaman.
me, mortal, and receive the power to aid your injured brothers.
Oh, it's a support class.
Oh. Well, pick whatever one you played with.
I'm gonna go with Ares. I like
Okay.
Ares
Is that
because
a increased damage?
Yeah, it's just a good like fighting.
It's like the soldier class.
Yeah,
Is in my grasp.
it's just like
The strength to crush
better
your
damage on your hits.
Should have been another.
It's a good like low level. It seems like a good low level, like easy to access
with the fires of Olympus.
choice to make here. No,
Do you wish to test your might?
no.
No.
Do I just leave now?
I think you have to do it. I think it gives you a chance to sort of experiment with.
Well, there's a little like quick tutorialized thing here, and then there's kind of an extended tutorial that you can go through as well. So they'll teach us a little something about how to play God of War multiplayer.
I mean, it's easy to see how the combat would kind of lend itself to this. But are you primarily playing against players, or are you like surviving like arenas?
Playing against players, like capture the flag. So, oh. My counter did not work well. There we go. Nope, I thought I had that.
Yeah, hit X.
So there, you can parry if you block and hit X at just the right time, stunning the other dude. Giving him what for. And then you can also do a little grappling. Not quite to the same extent as in the single player, but and you've got special attacks which then have a cooldown on them. You see them in the upper left there. Alright. I did it.
Oh, god items.
So yeah, cooldowns on everything. Oh.
So there's like a skill tree? Like you put dumping points into shit?
Yeah, you're getting XP for what you're doing. And it seems like it moves fast. It seems like you're getting stuff pretty quickly.
Tap R2.
Oh.
Some of the mechanics they've set up here seem like could be kind of neat. You know, I say this as someone who will never play God of War multiplayer, but I don't play any multiplayer.
Impressive, mortal.
But like, if nothing else, it is something new, and it seems like at least decently put together.
Yeah, it's you know, oh, we haven't actually jumped in.
I'm not gonna go into advanced techniques, but
It seems well thought out. You know, it certainly does not seem throwaway or.
all right, let's get into a fight here. I'm pretty sure these are all 4-on-4s.
Thanks.
Free trophies for Patrick. So we got here, quick play. Let's go ahead and configure our champion. Let's get some armor going. Right now, I'm a fan of this gladiator set, so
Okay.
go actually to helmet, because I like that fat gladiator helmet. Check that shit out.
Is this a loot game? Like is loot dropping, or you just buying stuff?
No, yeah, this is I'm pretty sure goes into the XP stuff. Where you're spending points per level on stuff. But right now, I like this gladiator helmet best.
Oh.
All right, I'm armored up.
Look pretty cool.
Yeah, like for your first level, just right out the gate armor, not bad looking. I've seen people with higher level stuff, and it looks pretty fly. And here's your allegiance thing.
Oh, can you switch allegiances?
I don't think so. Oh. Oh, look at that. Oh, I didn't know that you could do that. So you can rank up for the abilities on all 4 different things.
That's pretty cool.
All right. Because I was kind of thinking it was a little crazy that they were making you commit to that up front.
Without an understanding of how that stuff works in actual practice. All right, let's jump into a game.
Interesting. All right. All right. I think this is the only weapon oh, no, I could do spear, hammer, or sword, but I like a good sword. Armor, abilities. Let's see here. Yeah, you see, to unlock this stuff, I gotta get more magic.
Ares rank 4.
See your items. Battle of Restoration, sure. Relic. Right, and then I gotta spend skill points and be Ares rank 5. Okay. We'll just well actually let's just want to look at here. Okay, yeah.
This at least run us through the modes.
You got team deathmatch.
Yep.
Point control. 2v2. You know, 8-player free for all. 4-player free for all. 4v4 capture the flag. Okay, so here's your versus CPU enemies mode, and then just single player survival.
All right.
But
Let's do quick play.
yeah, we'll just do quick play and see what we jump into. And it's doing all this stuff in the background.
Oh, little achievements.
Which you'll get XP bonuses for if you successfully complete
Right.
all these different types of little things. Okay, yeah, this is one of the modes and one of the maps that I've
You actually played on?
I'm familiar with here. Taking it back to the original God of War. Remember when Troy is being?
Yeah, the opening moments of God of War 1, right?
Yeah, that
that's
seems
cool.
That seems to be where this takes place. So you see all the crazy shit happening in the background.
That's pretty neat.
You don't see giant Ares.
Yeah, sure.
Which is too bad because I thought that was just one of those great cool moments in that first God of War.
Just
You're like, holy shit! Look how big that guy is.
yeah, not quite like Hydra level in terms of impressing, but just the scale.
Yeah.
It certainly set the tone for that series and for that
You're just
game.
like running down that path, and he's just way off in the background, but he's still just so gigantic.
Yep. God, I played that Hydra demo so many fucking times.
It was cool. My favorite thing about God of War, though, was before it came out, I had a chance to talk to David Jaffe. He came into the office to talk about the game, and he said that his primary source of musical inspiration during the development of God of War was the song "Come Sail Away." So he would listen to that like in his car, like on the way to the office, like every day.
That's pretty good.
Begin.
All right, so we've got a flag to protect. They've got a flag. We got to go capture it. Occasionally, like bonus flags will show up.
Okay.
We've got little items in here that we can grab. We're just gonna go straight for it. Oh, that guy trying to sneak up on our flag. We might have to go protect.
Leave those bros to it.
I thought I saw a dude run over here. It's also very easy to fall off this map. When you do,
There you go. There's a guy. Nicely done. Shut down. I need an announcer. Giving that guy the business.
there you go. First blood, bam.
This seems like it could be neat. I could see people getting into this.
Oh, that's just us. All right.
Because I had heard, like, you know, certainly earlier this generation, where people started adding, probably the middle generation, everyone started adding multiplayer to everything. Like, that was the solution pre-online pass to how do we combat this used game stuff. And I had heard that, like, Sony was gonna kind of try and get out of that, and then Uncharted proved this completely unexpected huge hit. And so then they kind of got back on that train of trying to find ways to incorporate multiplayer into as many of their IPs as possible.
It can get a little. It's kind of easy to get a little lost here.
Sure.
When you start getting all these warriors in here and just you see shit flying everywhere.
You really like sending those guys up.
Yeah, like I said, I like a good juggle.
These guys need to learn how to block.
No.
So can you heal at all?
Oh, not now.
Oh shit.
Blam!
That's a very intimidating username.
It's also this weird thing I've experienced here where like if you fall off the environment. Wait, did I kill that guy?
Yeah.
Okay. If you fall off the environment and die that way, it seems like it still credits like the last guy that you touched.
With a kill?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you use your gem to bring that place back? Interesting.
Certainly can.
The gods have intervened.
With a bonus flag.
Yep. Bonus flag.
The gods need better things to do with their time.
Oh. All right, I'm kind of 2-on-1 here. Oh, he's gonna knock. Yep, that's gonna do it.
Press L2 to escape combos and heal. That guy got you last time.
He did. All right, let's just go get a goddamn flag.
Not that way.
No, but there is. You will do some like jumping and grappling to traverse some of these environments.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there are times where that is what you need to do. God damn it! Knocked him right into that.
Uh-oh. Help us out, Chubby. Chubby time.
On. Nice parry. Well done, sir.
This guy at least kind of knows what's going on.
Seems like it.
Boom. You need to kill this guy. He's killed you multiple times.
Trojans move toward victory.
This is your kill. Get away, Chubby time. Aw, you didn't get it.
I got an assist. I'll take it. I'm a team player, man. I don't
All
care.
right.
You know, whatever's for the best. Yeah. So stuff like that'll happen there. I can do a little sprinting if I want to. I can explode, apparently.
That guy killed all of you.
Yeah, he had some sort of nice big area effect thing there.
Treasure of the gods? What was that?
I'm not sure.
I think it's neat how they kind of changed how some of the gameplay works, or the combat operates to
Yeah, like it's
make it way more focused on parrying, I guess.
Oh.
Oh
No, yeah, that's nothing to be done there.
Oh,
Come on,
that was great. Nicely done.
man.
Same guy.
Yeah, he seems to be their dude here.
You guys are still winning.
Treasure of the gods.
I wish there was a goofy announcer, like an Unreal Tournament.
It totally seems like it should have that, right?
Yeah.
Like that would fit this to a T, I think.
Like if you're already getting treasures from
Oh
the god.
no! Fire! Gotta get away from the fire. All right. Bonus pretzel. Where is it?
I want a bonus pretzel.
Gods have intervened.
Flag steal. Can I go that way? No. Okay, I gotta do that.
All right.
Can't run or can't sprint when I've got a flag,
It's all right.
obviously.
There's no one near you. You got this. You're almost there.
Yeah. One more point for Gryffindor.
Final flag.
Oh, Max is out at 3.
Yeah. See, it keeps you pretty quick. Yeah.
Boom.
Victory lap. Let's
That's
do
game.
this.
You have a taunt? Can you dance? Slash dance?
We win!
Slash pizza?
The gods favor me.
Unrivaled power is within our grasp.
Yeah, that guy. Let that guy speak more.
That like treasure of the gods. Bonus flag has appeared. Like,
Yeah, this was not. I mean, we had 3-on-2, so this was not an ideal setup.
oh,
for
whatever. Fuck those guys.
I'm just saying, as far as kind of how these things will play out. My other matches I've had, I feel like they come pretty often. I feel like they come down to it. So that's not bad.
This seems
It's easy, like in a single match, like they're good at giving you that quick taste up front, and your stuff upgrades also.
This seems more interesting than the single player game.
Yeah, I think it might be.
I think they kind of got something here.
I don't know how deep it gets. I don't know how
Sure.
long it stays interesting or fun, but
Sort of up front. I like what I see.
yeah, it's not bad. It's definitely not bad.
Well, you know, there are several ways these sort of multiplayer editions can go. You get something like Dead Space 2 where it just feels so unneeded and forced. That
I mean, like they're not reinventing anything with the gameplay modes here. They're definitely basing on the combat on kind of what already exists in God of War, but a more controlled and kind of smaller scale version of that, not as power fantastical as what you do in the single player.
No, but that combat is still fun, and I think part of the problem with the single player is that the context of that combat has just gotten less interesting. This new context in the multiplayer is pretty neat. Again, like don't know how far it goes, but up front, like it seems like I could see people getting pretty into that. Oh, what's this?
And then there is a Last of Us demo on this
In May, I think.
but yeah, it's not out yet.
Did that just like start to boot into something? What was that?
I don't know, but this is all it goes into is this countdown timer. So wait a couple of months.
I like that there's a beep.
We sit here and look at fake Ellen Page.
Did that just make another beep as it got down to?
Yeah, just
all right.
checked a minute. Yeah,
Yeah, I think this goes live sometime in.
so we're just gonna hang out here for a little bit.
78 days. Welcome to the Last of Us demo unlock endurance run.
Yep.
We're gonna be stuck in this room for hell of a long time.
Why is grizzly old Sam Fisher here? I don't get it. I don't understand anything. So that's God of War Ascension. That you saw the single player. It definitely hits those God of War notes. I just don't feel like it does it with the same joie de vivre that I expect from, or that God of War has delivered in the past.
Yeah, that series had some really incredible highs, and kind of like Uncharted, or any of these games, like chasing after that, law of diminishing returns.
Yeah, but I think they've given themselves a little something extra with the multiplayer. It's I have a pretty decent time with another minute. That's great. But that's the game. Patrick, thanks for letting me use your saves and for joining me on this quick look.
Sure.